The remarkable story of a mother fighting for her son to live his best life is truly inspiring. Lara McLinn is an advocate hoping to help as many people as possible with a progressive rare disease which causes muscles to slowly waste away, called Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So Laura's joining us today to talk about her son Jordan's journey and how she wants to share her family story in hopes of maybe helping others. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Jordan. Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about when Jordan was first diagnosed with this condition. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So Jordan was born with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, but we didn't find out until he was almost 4 years old. That's when he was officially diagnosed. The diagnosis came as a total shock to us. We had never heard those words before. We didn't know what it was. And we also hadn't really seen any symptoms with Jordan. He was seeing the doctor for different reasons. So we let the diagnosis sink in a little bit, and then, we realized this was going to be our journey. We embraced it, and we just decided to move forward, making every day the best day ever, the best we could.
Well, what more have you learned about the condition since hearing about it? And that's interesting too, because I was going to ask, well, why did you take him to the doctor, but you weren't even going to the doctor necessarily for that? So tell us more though about what you've learned.
So since Jordan was diagnosed, we did learn that Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a rare disease. Jordan is one of about 10,000 boys in the United States living with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It is a degenerative muscle wasting disease, which does exactly that. Over time, the muscles do start to waste away. Typically, boys with Duchenne are in a wheelchair by their teenage years, sometimes sooner. And because the heart is also a muscle, and muscles control our breathing, that degeneration caused by Duchenne does lead to serious life-threatening complications, unfortunately.
Right. Oh, that's so sad to hear. So what advice would you share for families who may be dealing with a diagnosis like this?
So connect with other families. Parents are a great source of knowledge. Look for opportunities to involve your child in treatment. When we left the hospital, we were given zero hope, but I started doing research and I started finding out there actually was hope. And I started learning about, clinical trials, and in other words I had never heard before. So we started researching. Jordan joined a clinical trial. He now gets a once weekly 1-hour infusion from a nurse at home. He helps the nurse with some of those tasks. We watch movies, we create art and play games, and we just try to make that day the best day ever.
What is your key message, though, for others in the Duchenne community?
Well, I think the key message is Duchenne is a very highly researched disease at this point. So I personally, we took advantage of that. We explored our options. We enrolled Jordan in a clinical trial with a company called NS Pharma, who I'm here in partnership with today. We decided it was important to take advantage of that opportunity. We also got help from a lot of other resources. I reached out to doctors, scientists, other families who had been in clinical trials, patient advocacy groups, and talking to other people and just learning more helped me make a better informed decision. So I would encourage families, to find other parents, just find those resources that are truly very helpful.
What would you want other parents, though, who are dealing with children with rare diseases to keep in mind?
Just, take advantage of what's available. Never give up hope that your children can live their best lives. There are so many ways to live a full life. And so I think that's the biggest thing. Talk to your doctor, find out what treatments may be available. If you want to learn more about our journey and our story, you can check out DuchenneDiaries.com.
Thank you so much for getting out that message.
Thank you, Jordan. Have a great day.
You too. I'm glad Jordan's doing well. And if you'd like to see this segment again, just head to our website, firstcoastliving.net.